Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing very well. So, in our today's session, as you can see on my screen, we are going to start a new chapter. The name of this new chapter is Our Goals, Rights and Duties. Okay? In this chapter, my dear students, we are going to study about our constitution. Now, what is the meaning of constitution? In your previous chapters, we have seen about religious books, which is completely devoted towards a particular religion. So, our constitution, okay, our constitution is a book which is completely dedicated to each and every Indian citizens. Okay, in this chapter, we are going to see about many various new terms like democracy, secularism, socialism, what are our fundamental rights which is written in our constitutional book, and what are our fundamental duties which we have to perform. Okay? Now, just come with me and start the chapter. See, the preamble is an introduction to the Constitution. It states the aim and purposes of the Constitution. Now, what is the meaning of preamble? What is the meaning of Constitution? See, preamble is the introduction of our Constitution. A book, okay? A book in which all things are written about each and every citizen of India. What kind of rights they got, what duties they have to perform. Okay, all these things are written in a book, and that book is known as Constitution. And our Constitution started with the page, and on that page, a thing is written, and that thing is known as preamble. Okay, it is an introduction of our constitutional book. Okay, when you open the constitution, when you open the book of Constitution of India, then you are going to see a page that is an introductory page. Okay, and that introductory page is known as preamble page. Okay, in preamble page we can see there are many aims and purposes. Okay, many aims and purposes are written. Okay, through that we can really understand that why Constitution is written in the form of book. Okay, the preamble to our Constitution lay emphasis on three goals. So, in the introductory page of our Constitution, which is known as preamble, it is specifically devoted for three goals: democracy, secularism, and socialism. Democracy, secularism, and socialism. Come with me and discuss these words. Here you can see, my dear student, actually this is very important thing. Okay, very important thing. This is our Constitution of India, and this is the introductory page of our constitutional book named as preamble. It is started as, we, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens. It is written in our constitutional book in its introductory page known as preamble that we means we Indian people, we all are Indian people, we all have, okay, we all have given the rights of sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Okay, we all have given all these rights, and it is the duty of our government to secure its citizens. Okay, and apart from sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, we also got so many rights, just like justice. Okay, just like justice. See, justice. What is the meaning of justice, my dear students? Social, economic, and political. Each and every person who lives in India, okay, they got justice on the basis of social, economic, and political. Suppose any person, okay, any person who is facing the social injustice. Now, what is the meaning of social injustice? Social injustice means caste system. Okay, simply it's a caste system. Okay, simply the difference between rich and poor. Okay, any person who is facing the political injustice means he or she is suffering from the pressure given by politicians. Okay, so any person who is suffering any kind of social, economical, and political injustice, then according to the constitution of our India, he or she are 100% eligible to get justice. After justice, we have liberty. Now, on what basis we got liberty? Liberty means freedom, thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. We have liberty to think anything which we want. Okay, we have a liberty, we have a freedom to follow any kind of religion. If we want to convert or if we want to change our religion, the constitution of our country given us the right, given us the freedom to change our religion. If we want to follow this particular belief, okay, then it is our constitutional right that we can believe that particular belief. Okay, if I want to express my angry, okay, if I want to express my anger feeling towards anyone, then it is my constitutional right, it is my constitutional liberty which Constitution of India has provided me. Okay, equality. Now we also means we all the people of India have got the equality status on the basis of status, opportunity, and to promote among them all. Okay, there is no societal, there is no economical barrier came in the path of our success. We all are getting equal opportunity, we all are getting equal status in the eye of constitution. Fraternity. Now, what is the meaning of fraternity? Assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Fraternity means our Constitution of India providing us assurance that our government are fully responsible to maintain our dignity as an individual person of this nation, and they are 100% responsible to maintain the unity and harmony among the citizens of India. Okay, in our Constitution Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So, on 26th of November 1949, our Constitution was adopted. Okay, and here we, the people of India, we are going to adopt the constitution of our country. We are not only going to adopt, but we are performing, we are going to perform all the duties, all the rights, okay, everything which is mentioned in our constitution. Whole, in a whole or in a summary, we, the people of India, we are going to give ourselves to our country. Okay, so this is the introductory page of Constitution of India, named as preamble. Okay, now democracy. What is the meaning of democracy? Here you can see democracy means rule of the people. India is a democratic country. The power of the government belongs to the people as a whole and not to any individual or group. Democracy means that the people elect their own representatives who form the government. Freedom and equality are essential for the success of democracy. Now see, what is the meaning of democracy? Democracy means a country where people rule. Okay, India is a democratic country. We call India is a democratic country. It means India is 100% ruled by Indian people. Okay, and here India is not any country ruled by a single person. Okay, it is not a actually our country India is democratic country. It is not that country who ruled by single people like North Korea. Okay, see, in India the power of forming government 100% lies in the hand of people. People choose, okay, people choose who they want to rule on them for 5 years. Okay, so through voting system, okay, through voting system in Lok Sabha elections, we the people of India elect our government. Okay, now freedom and equality. Okay, to maintain our democracy, we all have freedom and equality. If we are feeling freedom that yes, right now I'm free, I am free from anything, I'm going to vote by using my own mind, using my own interest, Okay, and I have equality, means I'm getting the equal opportunity to cast my vote. I'm not facing any kind of pressure from my family, from my society. Okay, so we are going to form a democratic country. Okay, so this is the meaning of democracy. After democracy, we are going to see the meaning of secularism. Now, what is the meaning of secularism? Let's have a look here, my dear students. India is secular. The state treats all religions alike. It does not favor any religion. People are free to worship as they like. There is no discrimination on the basis of religion in any field of life. Now, democracy means what? India is a democratic country. The power of forming government 100% lies in the hands of Indian people. Similarly, India is also a secular country. Why India is a secular country? Because in India, our constitution gave us freedom to follow our religious path, to follow our religious belief, to follow a particular religion which we want. Okay? Because in the eye of constitution of India, each and every people of India, they are all equal. It doesn't matter which religion you follow. It doesn't matter from which caste you came. It doesn't matter which gender you possess. Okay, it doesn't matter, okay, which economical status you have. Okay, because we all are equal in the eye of our constitution of India. That's why India is not only a democratic country, India is also a secular country. Okay, now the third term comes socialism. Now, what is the meaning of socialism? Come with me and discuss. India is a socialist. It means the country aims at building a society where there is just distribution of wealth. Equal opportunity are being provided by the government to all the citizens of India. See, democracy gives us the power of voting. Democracy gives us the power of forming our government whom we want that this particular government rule on ourselves for 5 years. Okay, similarly, India is a secular country because India give us equal opportunity to follow our religious interest. Similarly, India is also a socialist country. Now, why India is a socialist country? Because India aims to build a society where all the economical barriers are removed. Here we all got equal opportunity for employment. Okay, maybe in public sector, maybe in private sector, there is no restriction that only this particular community is going to get a job, that only this particular caste is going to get a job. No, India is also a socialist country. Here we all have equal opportunities. Okay, now we are going to discuss about fundamental rights. In our constitution of India, we have got so many rights. Okay, all those rights we are going to discuss in detail one by one. Come with me and let's see fundamental rights. The government always tries to ensure better life for its citizen. To achieve this aim, the constitution of our country has granted us some rights as citizen of India. These are our fundamental rights. There are 6 fundamental rights. Now see, every government of each and every country wants to ensure the safety of their countrymen. Similarly, our country India also given us some fundamental rights to enjoy our life with peace and harmony. So basically, our constitution of India given us 6 fundamental rights. Okay, first fundamental right is in the form of right to speech, right to freedom of speech. Okay, means you have every right to speak. Okay, you have every right to speak. This is the first fundamental right given by Indian people through Constitution of India. Here, everyone is free to express his thoughts and ideas through speeches, writings, or through newspapers. So, each and every person of India belongs to any religion, belongs to any gender, belongs to any community, belongs to any caste, okay, belongs to any economical status. We all have equal opportunity to expressing our thoughts in the form of verbal, in the form of written, or in the form of newspapers. Okay, He is free to criticize and speak against the policies of the government if he does not agree with them. See, we all people of India have got the right of freedom to express ourselves. Okay, suppose if we don't like our current government, then we have 100% full authority to criticize them, because it is our freedom of speech. Okay, it is our freedom of speech to express our thoughts. But see, my dear students, freedom of speech doesn't gives you freedom to hurt anyone. Okay, criticize, we criticize any people, but within a limit. Never use harsh or abusive words. Okay, because your harsh and your abusive words are going to put a mental impact on the person whom you are speaking. So criticize, but always remember your limits. He is free from he is free to move about and carry on any trade or business in any part of India. Okay, now he or she is free to move in any part of India in the opportunity of employment. Okay, suppose the people of Kashmir, in the people of Jammu and Kashmir, if they want to do a business in Tamil Nadu, or if they wants to do a business in Gujarat or in Arunachal Pradesh, then they have full authority. They can travel in those states and can do their business, and then they can join their employment opportunities. Okay, so this is all rights given under freedom of speech. Okay, now the next fundamental right given by Constitution of our India is right to freedom of religion. Okay, after freedom of speech, we also got freedom of religion. The state has no religion. It does not favor any religion. All religions are equal before the law. Now see, the state has no religion. India has no religion. Why India don't have any religion? Because India is a democratic country. India is a secular country. India is a socialist country. That's why India don't have any religious identity as a nation. And why they don't have any religious identity as a religion? Because Indian constitution don't favor any one particular religion. Okay, all religions, okay, all religions, if you are following Hinduism, if you are following Islam, if you are following Zoroastrian, if you are Buddhist, Jain, if you are Sikh, any other religion you are following, you all are equal in the eye of Constitution of India. Okay, every citizen is free to practice, propagate and worship any religions he like. Every citizen of India have full authority to perform their religions. If they want, they can change their religion. Okay, the state does not interfere with anybody's faith, and the state of India don't interfere in the matter of personal religious belief. Okay, suppose if I believe, if I follow some another religion, but I believe in another religion, then Indian constitution has given me right to express myself. Okay, to think about other religion, and no one is going to interfere in my personal matter, because I have got freedom of religion under fundamental rights. Okay, so this is all about freedom of religion. The third fundamental right is right to equality. Now, what is the meaning of right to equality? Let's have a look. See, there is no discrimination between the rich and the poor, high or low. Under the right of equality, the economical barriers are removed, because in the eye of law, in the eye of Constitution of India, each and every person are equal. That's why it doesn't matter if you belong to rich community, if you belong to poor community, it doesn't matter, because we all are equal. There is no discrimination of caste, creed, religion, gender or place of birth. In Constitution of India, there is no place for discrimination based on caste system. Okay, suppose you belong to this particular caste, okay, and you are thinking, oh no, I can't get this because I belong to this particular caste. No, you have full authority, okay, you have full right to get that opportunity. Okay, because in the eye of Constitution of India, we all are equal. It doesn't matter which caste we follow, from which caste we came, from which religion we came. Which religion we follow. It doesn't matter we are male or female, you are going to get equal opportunity. Okay, and even it also doesn't matter the area where you birth, which is your birthplace. For example, if you are born in Arunachal Pradesh, okay, it doesn't matter that you only got an employment opportunity in Arunachal Pradesh because Arunachal Pradesh is your birthplace. No, you can get equal opportunity in Goa. You can get equal opportunity in Rajasthan. Okay, you are going to get equal opportunity in any state of India or in any union territory of India, because these all rights are given under a right to equality by Constitution of India. Every citizen can get the highest office for which he has the ability and the required qualification. Now you can see every citizen of India, my dear students, have the right to get their respective place. For example, you all know about UPSC. You all know about, if you don't know UPSC, but you much are well aware about IS officer and IPS officers. Okay, see, all these examinations are conducted by UPSC every year. Okay, suppose a person belonging to this particular caste topped UPSC. Okay, maybe in the eye of society, okay, he or she belongs to this community, so they don't have right to enjoy this luxury. But you know what, in the eye of Constitution we all are equal. Okay, that's why if the person who topped UPSC examination, it doesn't matter which caste, which religion they follow, okay, they are going to get equal opportunity because this right has given us under right to equality by Constitution of India. Okay, now the next right, right to education and culture under fundamental rights. Let's have a look here, my dear students. Every children is free to receive education in any educational institution without this distinction of caste, religion and gender. See, right to education and culture, as the name suggests, right to education, in the eye of Constitution of India, each and every children of Indian state is 100% authority to get education in any educational institution according to their interest. Okay, there is no discrimination on the basis of religion, on the basis of caste and on the basis of your economical status. Suppose if you belong poor community, okay, means you are not earning so well, but you dream to study in some private school, okay, so you can put your child there, okay, because no one is going to stop you on the basis of your economical status. Okay, because my dear student, this right has given us by Constitution of India. He is free to receive education up to any level. Each and every person from our country India, they are free to receive any kind of education at any level. You can see 70-year, 80-year old man or woman qualified class 10th examination. This is a perfect example of right to education because there is no age barrier, there is no caste barrier, there is no religious barrier, okay, in receiving your education. The minority group are free to preserve their own language and culture. They are free to give education to their children in any school. The minority groups. Now, what is the meaning of minority groups? Means apart from Hindu religion, all the religions are considered as minority religion in India. Okay, so all the minority religions, they are free to teach their students, to teach their children in any language or in any culture. Okay, so this is all right comes under the right to education and culture. The next, the fifth right is right against exploitation. Let's have a look here, my dear students. Nobody can be forced to do work without wages. Now, right against exploitation means in our country, India, no one, means no one is forced to perform or to do any kind of work without salary. If a person is working, then he or she must get salary. No one is going to do your job free of cost. Nobody can take a beggar. Now you can see, you can't insult beggars. Okay, you can't exploit beggars. It also prohibits to take work away anybody against his wishes. And right against exploitation also give us right that we can file a case against any person who are creating hindrance in our work life. Okay, it also prohibits the children below 14 years of age to work in mines, factories, and other risky occupation. And right against exploitation, it is prohibited to take work, okay, from the children below the 14 years of age, because in our country India, many mines, many factories are taking the work service from the children below the 14 years. It is comes under right against exploitation. If they want, they can file a case against it. Okay, so all these rights are come under right against exploitation. The last right given by our Constitution of India is right to constitutional remedy. Now, what is the meaning of constitutional remedy? Let's have a look here. This right is the most important right and protects all the fundamental rights. This is the sixth right. Okay, and this is the most important right among all the six fundamental rights. Why this is the most important? Because it protects your previous five rights. Okay, it acts as the protection layer for protecting all the previous five uh, rights. Okay, when someone feels that his fundamental rights are being harmed in any way, or he is being denied the fundamental rights, he can approach any court of law to seek justice. Now here you can see this right to constitutional remedy act as the protective layer. Okay, protective layer for all the previous five fundamental rights. It is true, because suppose if I right now, if I'm feeling that my all previous five fundamental rights are exploiting, means they are harmed in any means of way, then it is my 100% right that I can take action against that person who is violating my fundamental rights. I can file case in any court of India to get justice. Okay, the Supreme Court is the highest court of the country and is the guardian of our fundamental rights. You all know, my dear students, the Supreme Court is the highest court of our country, India. Okay, and it is the guardian. Okay, it is the guardian to preserve our fundamental rights. Okay, so this is all about our fundamental rights which we got from the Constitution of India. Now, we the people of India not only enjoy rights, but we also have to perform duties. Okay, now what are those duties which we have to perform? Let's have a look here, my dear students. See, rights without duties are meaningless. If we do not do our duties properly, we should not expect rights. Now see, my dear students, at your own home, okay, you enjoy everything because your parents give you. Okay, you enjoy wearing very good clothes, you eat very good food, and whenever you want, your father and mother as a parent take you for the vacation. All these luxuries you enjoy because these are your rights. Okay, you can ask from your parents. But my dear students, you all have to also act, you all have to also perform some duties, like you have to study well, you have to behave in a good manner. Okay, all these things is expected by your parents, right or wrong? Right, see, then when you are performing well in your studies, when you are behaving in a good manner, it means you are performing your duties. Similarly, if we want to enjoy all our six fundamental rights, then we all have to perform some duties, because without duty you can't enjoy rights. Therefore, our Constitution has listed some fundamental duties for its citizen. Similarly, in our Constitution of India, there are some fundamental duties are listed. We should carry out our duties for the smooth running of our country. Okay, and we all people of India have to perform these fundamental duties for the smoothly running of our country, India. Let's have a look. What are those our fundamental duties? Here you can see, my dear students. The first fundamental duty is we must follow the rules laid down by the Constitution. The first and most important duty which we have to perform, we all have to follow the rules and regulation set by our Constitution. We must follow the laws of our country. We all people of India must follow the law which is set by the constitution of our India. We should enjoy our rights and freedom only up to a limit. They do not interfere with the freedom and right of the other. This point I already discussed with you. Okay, few minutes ago. See, if we want to enjoy our freedom of speech, okay, it is okay. But you know what? Never go beyond limits. Okay, always remember, if you have freedom of speech, then the person standing in front of you whom you are insulting, he or she also have freedom of speech. Okay, so always remember, express your feelings, okay, with full authority, with full freedom, but never forget your limits. Okay, we must respect our national flag and other national symbols. It is our mandatory fundamental duty to respect our national flag. Okay, if we see that somewhere our national flag was disrespected, or our national flag was fallen down, okay, by mistake, okay, so always learn to perform your fundamental duty. Always stand against the people who are insulting our national flag. Always take the national flag which is fallen at the ground, because it is our fundamental duty to respect our national flag and other our national symbols. We must not engage in violence. Don't engage yourself in violence. Okay, never act violent activities. We should defend our country in times of need, and if need be, we should sacrifice our life and property for the sake of our country. We all have to perform the duty of defending our country. Suppose right now I'm standing and in front of me anyone is disrespecting my country India, okay, then it is my fundamental duty to defend my country. Okay, because if we can defend, because if another person is standing in front of me, or he or she is insulting me, okay, then immediately I will take steps. Okay, I will defend myself. Okay, similarly, my dear students, if anyone is insulting our country India, it is our fundamental duty to defend our country. Okay, to defend our country, and always ready to sacrifice your life and property for the sake of our country. We must protect national property. Always remember, my dear students, it is our fundamental duty to protect our national properties. Okay, just like you are protecting your home. Okay, similarly, India is our home. Okay, then it is our fundamental duty to protect our national properties. And what are our national properties? Railway. Okay, the Indian Railway, it is our property. So never, okay, so never destroy them, never harm them. Roads, bridges, schools, colleges, post offices, forests, monuments, and other historical buildings. All these things are our national property. So it is our mandatory fundamental duty to protect them. We must pay our taxes honestly and in time. Our government is run by the income of the taxes. And we, the people of India, we all have to pay taxes on time, because each and every government of any country runs on taxes. Okay, so my dear student, this is all about our fundamental duties. Now, directive principle. What is the meaning of directive principle? Let's have a look here. Our constitution also provides for a number of directive principles of state policy. In our constitution of India, not it is not only mentioned about fundamental rights and fundamental duties, it is also mentioned about directive principles of state policy. But what is the meaning of directive principles of state policy? Let's have a look. The directive principles are the guidelines for the government. See, fundamental rights and fundamental duties, okay, these two are for the common citizens of India, but there are also some rules and regulations for the government who are ruling our country. So that rules and regulations are termed as directive principles of state policy under the constitutional terms. Okay, the main aim of this principle is to develop a welfare state. Now, what is the main motto behind this directive principles? To develop a welfare state. So here we can see the few points about directive principles of state policy. Let's have a look here. free and compulsory education for all the children up to the age of 14. It is our freedom of education. Okay, it is our right to freedom of education, but it is also directive principle of state policies for government, okay, that made ensure that all the children under the age of 14, they must get free and compulsory education. Okay, special law for the upliftment of scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and other backward and weaker sections of the society. It is the actually it is the responsibility of government to take care of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and other backward classes as well as the weaker sections of our society. Okay, to look up their welfare. Okay, improvement of public health to maintain a good, neat, and clean public health care system. Equal pay for equal work. Okay, don't be biased. Okay, don't be biased. Pay equally for each and every person. It doesn't matter if they are female or if they are male. Okay, you all have to pay equally them. A fair distribution of wealth, improvement in agriculture and conditions of the labor, adequate power to village panchayat. Now see, fair distribution of wealth. You all have to distribute money in equal amount at every level. Okay, just make a changes in the health of agricultural system by improving them. Okay, it is the responsibility of the government to look, okay, on the labor section of our country. Okay, and it is also the mandatory duty of our government to give the equal amount of power to village panchayat to for the smoothly running of villages of our country, India. So my dear student, this is all about in this chapter. I hope you got a very good understanding of this chapter. Go thoroughly through this chapter and complete the exercise based on this chapter. Okay, now I'm taking leave and going to meet with you all in my next session with a new chapter. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Bye.